Here we are going to talk about a controversial subject.
One that gets me fired up.
And Royal Caribbean raised the price of gratuities again, and they did it kind of a sneaky way. Of course, it's only a 50-cent raise, but we're going to try to take a step back and look at more of a bigger picture and explain to you why we think it's okay in certain situations to remove the tips. Before I say that, everybody throws tomatoes at me. We've been on 30 plus cruises. We have never once removed tips from
Never removed gratuity.
And I always tip extra to the people that deserve it.
This has nothing to do with the crew deserving and being underpaid or everything. Everybody knows they work hard, and that's not the issue here.
Right.
It's the fact that Royal Caribbean is breaking profits. Stock's at an all-time high today as we record this video. Breaking profits, record numbers, and they're not including the crew in this thing, obviously.
Right.
They're expecting the people to pay the tips, or pay their crew, obviously.
Right.
And and you have to look at $1,850 times 4 people for a family of 4, which is where I'm at. Because it doesn't matter if you bring your 6-month-old or your teenage son on board, they're paying the same gratuity. It don't matter what it is. A body on the cruise is paying gratuity. It don't matter what the age of the child or person is. So a family of 4 for a 7-day cruise is $518 for tips. I believe at $1,850 it might be $516.
Yeah.
So it's
7 days.
Yeah, 7 days, 4 people. So it becomes, that's expensive.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of this is you wonder if when they do that, does the crew really get this versus handing the money themselves, the cabin steward. You give him $100 bill, he's sticking it in his pocket.
Right.
That's
they've all been, I think all cruise lines been a little bit vague on that.
And their crew have said they don't get it all, but now, take that for...
Right.
You have the major D involved, and then what happens is the people in the dining room or the people in the buffet, you got to wonder how they get their tips, not just the cabin stewards and stuff.
Yeah, the cabin stewards, but even the wait staff doesn't get extra tips anymore in general because everybody with the anytime dining, everybody has different wait staff.
Different time, yeah, right. And the thing is that I'm strongly considering moving it for, if I do go on a cruise in the next 6 months or a year, I'm going to have a 6-month-old or a year, 6 months as we speak. Do I really need to tip the same for a 6-month-old as I do myself? Because they're obviously going to work harder for me because we're doing the work for her.
Right, yeah.
I mean, and it just doesn't seem fair to me. And I'm strongly considering having them removed. I know that'd probably get me kicked off YouTube and from the cruise boards, but I think there's other people that are thinking that because $518.
To recap, that's just for your 6-month-old, not for...
Yeah, me or whatever. I'm not worried about myself, but it just seems a lot. And, even our 5-year-old now, they don't do much for him. We do it.
Right.
I mean, if he in the dining room, he usually eats off our plate. I mean, he doesn't order his own thing, and it's just we bring cups with us. That's just us, though. Just to keep him from breaking china and stuff. But that's just it's just kind of gonna draw a line. But you have to look. Norwegian is $20 a day. These are standard room prices.
Carnival's
16 something.
16.
So they're kind of all their own. But it's
I'm sure that'll be.
It's on a runaway track toward $20.
Right.
Carnival we'll have a video we'll record soon of them doing this because they'll follow right where we're
Yeah, and as a lot of people say, I know Richard from Cruise Radio always says every time he does a story on this is if they could remove all this bad press if they just rolled this into the price of the cruise, and then people wouldn't be able to take it. People wouldn't be able to remove it because it would be automatically. You wouldn't have choice.
Then it's not a gratuity at that point. But
it's kind of the same thing.
But it's kind of like the new pricing structure with taxes and fees. It's nice to see on a cruise website. But I think it's out of control personally. $18 and it's just. And on top of that, cruise fares are up, excursion prices are up, drink packages are up, and the crew is working harder, and you're actually getting less service because they're doing more rooms for a higher price.
Right.
So.
And I know I got a cruise that I got a real good deal on, and my base cruise price was like $300. Mm-hmm. And it's a 9-day cruise, so 9 times 16 would be.
Yeah.
So like I'm paying half of what I am on the cruise on tips or something like that. Whatever
times
math
that times
works out.
4.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? Like, so that it gets expensive, and I guess we're the only people that worry about the price of cruises and expenses. But I don't like to go in debt over vacation. Might be the only one, but you know, if I can't afford it, I don't, you know, we'll do something we can.
And I also think that the other thing too is that nobody really wants to say or talk about is you get better. You're getting a lot worse service, and then that's not a Royal Caribbean. That's all cruise lines, all your 3 major cruise
Back
lines.
when the people were working for their tips, and it was not. We cruised back when the gratuities were not
Right.
automatic. It was just you. They
Yeah.
recommended it, but you handed them envelopes with cash in it. We got a lot better service. I mean, they
yes.
worked hard, and we always tipped more than they suggested. But I didn't go around to the major D tipping either and stuff like that. It was just the people that done the work.
And you know,
So.
and tipping extra to like your cabin steward doesn't make a big deal. I'm convinced of that. Every time I did that to my cabin steward, he's did a good job.
When he says tip extra, it's $1 bill, so that's an extra $1.
That's what, usually 2 or 3. So
So
any.
we need to fight the system. Don't let the man bring us down.
So let us know if there's any circumstance you think it's okay to remove. And again, we're not, you know.
Maybe include Brandon's personal cell phone number here.
But yeah, I mean, it is getting, you know, it's a big
out of
percent. Like
control.
you said, if you're doing family $400-500, that's a lot of money.
I mean, 20 times 4 is 80 times 7. That's, you know, $560.
Right.
For that's Norwegian. So I mean that's a lot of money.
It is, and it just keeps on going up and up every 6 months. It's like it's another 50
You're going to see people remove automatic prepaid gratuities is what it's headed toward. I think I saw people making these
I
comments.
think they're getting a little greedy in it.
Yeah, because I mean it was $10 a day just a couple years ago.
Yeah,
I know this is inflation in the current economic setting, but
yeah. We have. This is not the COVID times where the cruise lines were struggling to make profits. We both follow the cruise line stocks on a daily basis. They're making money, big time.
record-breaking profits with their expenses on oil and gas going down next year forecast. So they're going to make more money next year and record booking, their record prices. No shortage of money right now.
Nope. Anything else?
So fight the system.